Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. This is the National Football League.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Lambeau. This is Tony Pollard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Snyder. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They go play action now. Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet, but obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
So this was a case of better safe than sorry. All the receivers were locked up, so he had to try and run for it. They end up having to slide short of the marker.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Looking to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and Lurikin.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
For the Chargers offense back out and ready to go.
We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. After the interception, here's Jackson. A little juke.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. First and goal from just inside the 5.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
There's McPherson now to send it away.
Lockett the return.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Back to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in an open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll set up a throw.
Returning right back to Lockett. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and worked their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The Chargers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and 5. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Ends up forcing the incompletion.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he powers his way up past the 30. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 5. They'll drop to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with the quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Now back to throw. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't got.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Kingsley Keke able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Now this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him. And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge, a successful one.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got some space here. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Now Pollard.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports half.